Hi, my name is Oscar Dosa. My group members consist of Brianna, Caroline, Luis, and Naira, and I will be talking about the presence of Spanish at Cal Poly Pomona. Moving on, we can see by the chart we have presented on the right that throughout Cal Poly there is a large demographic of Hispanic students. It is very well the largest population at our college. We know for a fact that California itself has a large number of Latino people, so it wouldn't be hard to put the pieces together that Cal Poly has a huge Hispanic demographic. In fact, 35% of Cal Poly's total population is Hispanic people. Okay, so now an important thing to note is that there are a lot of heritage speakers at Cal Poly that grew up listening to their parents or grandparents speaking Spanish. So, what is a heritage speaker, you might ask? Well, let me answer that for you. A heritage speaker is someone who grew up in a household where English is not the primary language, however, that individual merely knows how to speak or understand their heritage language. They may also be to an extent bilingual in their heritage language as well as English. So much of the population at Cal Poly is first generation students, and they know how to speak or understand Spanish just because they have to communicate with their families. In my experience, I haven't really seen many Spanish speakers communicating with each other at Cal Poly. However, if someone at Cal Poly wanted to learn Spanish, whether it be a native or heritage speaker, they would be able to because Cal Poly offers plenty of Spanish courses for this purpose. Alright, on to the next slide, which is when and where is Spanish used by students of Cal Poly Pomona? In my experience, the most I've seen Spanish been talked about is in the classroom. It doesn't have to necessarily be an actual Spanish language class. It can also be used in a linguistic class as well as Spanish speaking culture throughout the world, like the class we are taking right now. It also is spoken with many friends and classmates. With my group members' experiences, it was a lot different than mine. They reported that students actually regularly conversed in Spanish rather than English. This lets them not forget their Spanish roots and heritage and is a fun way to communicate with students, friends, and peers. Another way students use Spanish at Cal Poly Pomona is through the use of clubs. A club that promotes the use of Spanish throughout the campus is the Spanish Language Association, and it also keeps up with the cultural traditions to make sure that Hispanic students don't forget their traditions. Another amazing club is MASA, otherwise known as the Mexican American Student Association, which helps Mexican students with different services like tutoring. In the next couple of slides, I will be talking about different organizations that also help Latino students feel more comfortable with Spanish. Okay, so I will be continuing on when and where is Spanish used by our students. On our campus, we have a numerous amount of opportunities for women of a Hispanic heritage, known as Chicanas or Latinas, to be able to find comfort and represent their identity. We also provide for them many networking opportunities that allow them to seek academic resources and can help them to build a community with their fellow peers. An example of an organization like this that we have on our campus is called Hermanas Unidas, meaning Sisters United. This organization focuses on different aspects of academics, community service, and networking. Clubs like these allow Latina and Chicana students to form a close family and bond over their heritage. This also helps for their students with a Hispanic heritage to keep their culture alive and not forget where they came from. This allows them to form connections and keep their roots close to them. And on the next slide, we will be talking about Hermanos Unidos, which is basically another example of a club like this on our campus. At Cal Poly, this means Brothers United. Similar to Hermanas Unidas, Hermanos Unidos focuses on providing a plethora of academic resources to Latino and Chicano students so that they will be on track to graduate and on time and successfully. This organization provides tremendous amounts of support by enabling them to access to books, workshops, study rooms, and much more. Apart from academics, they also provide support socially by giving them opportunities to network with other organizations. Along with this, they also participate in high school outreach programs and serve the homeless community in Pomona. This club not only helps Chicano and Latino students with support, but it also creates a close-knit family with those around them and gives them the chance to be proud of who they are and embrace their culture. Alright, so on to the next slide. So, from the chart present on the slide, we can see that our campus at Cal Poly is predominantly filled with Hispanic, Latino students. Although our campus is very ethnically diverse, we have an overwhelming amount of Hispanic students, resulting in 41.5% of our population to be of the ethnic origin, which is close to almost 50%. Roughly about half of that number, which amounts to 22.9% of our population, consists of Asian students. From this, we can see how Latino students make up roughly half of the students at Cal Poly. As a result of this, we can see why there are so many support groups and cultural organizations revolving around Hispanic and Latino students on our campus. Okay, now I'll be talking about graduation and beyond. So, as mentioned before, there are many organizations on our campus that help us focus on Latino students graduating on time and successfully. Not only does Cal Poly focus on this, but most colleges in the Cal State system try to place an emphasis on STEM roles in the workforce. Our school is typically seen as one of the top universities that has one of the highest graduation rates of Latino students who further their education in any one of the STEM areas. Specifically, during 2015 to 2016, Cal Poly granted about 35,000 degrees to Latinos, showcasing the importance of helping their students graduate successfully.